It can't just be my brain that works like this, man. You know, it can't just be my brain that when sometimes you're just sitting there, you're just driving down the road, you start to fucking weirdly think complicated things and overexcited things. And I don't even know exactly what the terminology would even be used for. Would even be used to describe exactly how my brain is working. I think the only terminology is psychopathic, crazy, insane, idiotic, paranoia, schizophrenia, but those are all terms that I've basically given myself and that my friends have all given me over the years. But I don't really think they have any merit because I've never actually gotten. And this has nothing to do with what I was talking about. I just start thinking of like weird things and like weird thoughts because like especially when I get like really depressed and everything, and I'm just like thinking to myself like, man, I really don't be talking to like any of my fucking friends anymore. Like my good buddies, I just don't. They're all fucking too busy and they just be ignoring me, and I just don't have the time. And that's just life, you know. And then there's times where I sit there and I get super paranoid. I'm like, no, it's not life. Everyone just fucking hates me and they want me to die alone. They're never gonna see me again. And honestly, I really do believe that partly that is true, but it's mostly because I'm an annoying little shithead, and typically it just gets me in trouble after a long time, and people just get tired of hearing my mouth all the time. But that's okay. I understand that. That's a common thing. It's a commonplace. But the thing I was thinking about now is like, what was I even talking about before? I don't know. But I was sitting there and I was just thinking, I was like, man, I really don't talk to any of my friends. And I was thinking back to like, then that got my brain to work. And then I was like, well, why don't you talk to your friends? And then I was like, well, they're all fucking busy, you know. Delta and me are having a conversation. He's explaining to me all like the simple reasons why it makes sense why I'm not talking to them and everything else. And then you have Sigma coming in and he's being like, no, they just fucking hate you, you dumbass motherfucker. But again, this is not what this is about. So then I started rambling on and then Data keeps asking his fucking questions over and over again because that's what he fucking does, and he keeps trying to get the information out of me. So eventually I asked the question, I'm like, well, is there anything that you could have done in the past that could have been different? And it's like that thing that I always think about, and yes, I'm holding my pen, I did smoke, okay, so maybe that has something to do with this. It doesn't matter, fuck off. Why does everyone have to keep saying things like that? And then it gets in my head, and I'm like, well, why am I actually doing the things that I'm doing? Who knows? Maybe I'm just fucking crazy. Maybe I just want to fucking talk, okay? Maybe I just want to speak my fucking mind and talk to things and not have a reason behind any of it. Maybe I just have words in my brain that I gotta get the fuck out of my brain because if they're not, they're stuck in there, and then it's worse if they're just stuck up in there, blah, blah, whatever. Why am I freaking out? You didn't do anything wrong. God, I'm just an angry person. I gotta do it because like I just have things that I want to talk about. I'm gonna fucking talk about it, man. So I was thinking about it. I was thinking about like high school and everything, like going back. I was doing the thing. You think about the past, like, man, if you just did one thing differently here and Butterfly affected it correctly, then maybe things could have gone out super fucking awesomely and not horribly wrong. So like I was thinking about it. I was like, I never got Snapchat when I was in school, like for a long time, because I'm a big contrarian, like huge contrarian, but like I stick with it. So for like the first 4 years of high school up until senior year, I didn't use Snapchat. I just wanted to text and call everybody because, you know, I thought that's what the thing was there for. But everyone else is using Snapchat now because it's the new social media app and it's fun and you can send people pictures and they disappear. I can send, like, I don't know. I was gonna say I could send you a dick pic and have it disappear, but I never even did that anyway because I'm a fucking loser. So of course nowadays, now that that's the only app I use to talk to all of my friends, now they've all switched to, they all have iPhones, so they don't text me because I have a Samsung. But now they all don't use fucking Snapchat anymore anyway, and they all use their text messages, and they call people, and that was my thing that I was always originally doing, but now everyone else is kind of doing it now, and I'm left in the fucking dirt because I finally started using Snapchat for, so fuck me, I guess, you know? It doesn't matter. God's mad at me for some fucking reason. It doesn't, but we're not talking about that this episode. So, but I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, so what I could have done in school was I post a lot of dumb, stupid shit on my story. You know, I post a lot of dumb videos on my Snapchat story because I just thought like my friends would watch it and then they would react to it. And I enjoy when people react to the content. Like I enjoy when I put something and someone says, hey, ha, 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 this is funny, or just some simple joke or whatever. That's what I'm doing it for. I'm doing it to talk. I literally am doing it to talk to people. You know, like it's an interactive thing. And yes, I could send these things individually to people and do that, but I'm not gonna lie to you. Half the time I do that stuff, they just fucking ignore it anyway. And secondly, I'm looking at a bunch of different conversations where I could just post it publicly, where everyone can see it, someone could see it, and then they text me about it. And I just like to do that. To me, in my head, I was entertaining people. Okay, and not just me being egotistical. People would literally text me and be like, "Oh, I love when you do this. This is fun. Like, you keep doing it." And I would keep it up, and then. So, like, in my head, I was, like, actually, like, being entertaining, and I was, like, helping, you know, I wasn't helping people out, but I was entertaining them. I was, like, I went in the neighborhood, they would go to Snapchat in the morning, and they would go into work. At least they would be like, "Oh, look, Church Joe uploaded a goofy story. What's he talking about this time?" And they would chuckle a little bit, and then they would, you know, I'd be, like, a little light in someone's day, no matter what. That's literally what the fucking point of it was. That's why I was fucking doing it. And then it got to the point where, like, I started to have fun with it myself. So I would actively just start doing it for myself at that point, and it was just something that I would enjoy doing, and I was just doing it for me, which would make my videos way better and make me way funnier and the jokes so much better. But it was also more staged, and I was taking it more serious, so it wasn't as random. So it wasn't really as funny. I don't know, but. You know, things, it would just change, and I would like it a lot. And then there was, like, a couple of people, like, my best friend, she would start sending me videos about it, and then my one buddy, Rob, would start sending me stuff about it, and then, like, when they did it, I would actively start, like, really doing it, going into it, because I wanted to entertain those people, because those people entertain me all the time, and I feel like that they've given me so much of their life that I want to try and give back to them any way that I can. So, like, when my closer friends, like Murph, Mike, Sarah and the Rob was doing it over. I was going to say Forky because I don't really say her name with the thing is a deal, but it doesn't matter. But when those people started saying the things like that, and even my other buddies back in the day I used to talk to, like I said, I would put more effort into it. Now I don't fucking put any effort into it whatsoever because no one responds to it and no one talks about it, and then the people that I was doing it for, they don't do it, and then I don't know. I don't think those people really understand. See, I'm not a normal guy. I put emotional backing behind specific things, not because of my emotions, because of someone else doing something because of it. Like those, I literally was recording and doing a lot of them, mostly because my best friend was responding to them a lot of the times, and then we would start up a conversation, we would talk back and forth, and at the time it would end up with me trying to go hang out, and then we would have a good day. So it was like a lot of it led to other things, and then it just like sort of stopped. And like that kind of demotivates me and doesn't want me. And I'm not saying it's their fault for not doing it, because obviously they don't have to respond to it or whatever, and like that. I mean, but obviously there's stuff in between, like in real life, that's happening in between that's not anyone's fault in particular, and that's making some things happen where, you know, I get ignored sometimes. But that's not the point. The point is, it was just kind of demoralizing, demotivating when like those people would stop talking about it, and I would see them like look at it and then they wouldn't do anything. Like a lot. That's why I would stop uploading TikToks, because the person that would like them, that I would upload them for mostly, they don't like them anymore, because I don't think, you know. But again, there's reasons behind everything. I just can't super get into it right now because that would be too bad. I don't even know if I'm gonna make this it's real thing. I thought I was gonna do it just to put weird. I don't fucking know. Who knows? This is just another rambling video at this point. I don't. This is just what I've fucking been known for. Who cares? Who knows? Who does? Blah blah blah. But so I was thinking. I was like, yeah, I just don't. So like, how could I change that? You know, how could I get back to the original point? How could I make it so I want to do it more, and I want more people to look at me and I do things. I was like, well, if I was in high school and I had gone back and I did things differently and I actually used Snapchat like I wasn't a fucking idiot, I could have just added a bunch of people, and then I literally would have had a bunch of people to just talk to, and they would have reacted to my stuff. But then, now that I'm thinking about that even more, that would have been really bad, because a lot of people, I started, good morning, Dad, I love you too. I started getting to I didn't even do anything. People just started getting mad at me tangentially because of things that I was just a part of. And then because they were friends, so I would have had to block a lot of people, and I would probably argue a lot more. Actually, honestly, in the long run, I probably did save myself from a lot of disagreements that would just not be worth my time anyway to get into, by keeping my circle close and keeping it very small, and to people that I can argue with, but like in a way where like we literally laugh. Either we laugh while we're doing it, or we do that thing where you argue, you guys really hate each other, and then you stop arguing and you do that really dumb. I fucking hate it. It pisses me off every fucking time it happens, and I always try to find a way. Don't fucking move! You got a big ass truck, I got a fast car, you're gonna make me hit you, and I'm gonna fucking be pissed. It's like that fucking thing that when you sit there, you're so mad at each other, and then you just like you don't say anything. You just sit there in just awkward silence until one of you goes, "Hey," and then you try to break it up. You like do something great. It's usually me who breaks it, and it's usually me apologizing after breaking it because I feel like shit afterwards. And I feel like it's the easiest way to just break the fucking. I fucking hate that. But like I hang out with those people. I'd rather not hang out with people who like just get mad at me for the little thing, and then like they literally just had me on Snapchat, or they just had me just whenever they see me post something, they can dogpile on it, and then if they found out a YouTube channel, like that was the one thing I really would have been pissed off about. Like if because like I said, this is fun for me. Like this is like a safe spot too, like for me, because like it's my like I can do whatever I want on here technically. Like this is my shit and I run it, and it's company property technically, but it's also my company, so I can do literally whatever the fuck I want. I can say whatever the fuck I want, do whatever, have the opinions I want, share anything I want. If I want to private something later on, if I want to share like this emotionally, like what I'm dealing with, like my random thoughts that I have that pop in my brain, and have other people think I'm insane, I can do that. And that's what I love about this. I literally would have hated it if I had gotten to the point where I was talking to some people, they were, and then some bad things started happening, and then like everyone started doing that thing like, oh, hey, you just got YouTube, let's all just start hating the thing, and then like I would have hated it. It would have actually ruined this for me. And making videos for me is already difficult because, like I said, I find it hard to find motivation to continue to create things when people aren't like commenting on it or doing it. I don't mean like that as in like random comments from random people on the internet. I'm gonna be honest, if any of you guys see this and you're a random viewer, I don't really give a fuck. It's not it's not anything against you. It's nothing wrong. It's not like I'm not a view heavy, I need watch time type of person like that. That never mattered to me. The communication aspect of it was cool. That's why I like live streaming, even though none of my streams ever get people in it. But I like the idea of live streaming because you have a constant chat. And with me, and the fact that I can like look at things and keep going back and forth and looking at it and just making a conversation over and over. And I like to keep switching it on and off and like and keep talking about things and like find new things to look up. I would be a great React streamer, 100%. I could if I need to get the following, obviously, to do it. But I love that type of stuff because it's interactive and you keep to do things. So I love communication. I love talking to people and everything like that, which is kind of ironic because I'm pretty sure I'm going to turn the comments off on these, but I don't. Maybe I won't. Maybe this will be the first one I don't. But I don't respond to the comments to these. This is just me rambling and me just being like showcasing like who I am emotionally, I guess. Because like later on, whenever I do some giant fucked up thing and I like assassinate the president of Guatemala one day or whatever, and they have to go back and look at why they did it. This is going to be heavy evidence, and there's going to be so many YouTube documentaries about like this channel that like that we didn't know this guy's this, and then he did this thing, and I just like I'm gonna be. It's gonna happen one day. I'm leaving these clues specifically for that. It might be my friend that does it. It's probably gonna be Rob, or honestly maybe even Girly. She might even go and do it like when I disagree. I think honestly she might. Her and Rob both might actually go off and do it together, and I think that'd be great. My two best buddies in the entire fucking world at the moment, and they make a documentary about me after I tragically disappear on a train. In 5 years, and no one ever sees me again. I'm presumed dead. Even though I'm not dead, I'm fucking secretly taking down the entire economic system of Guatemala because they're switching over to cryptocurrency, and if they start doing it, everyone else is going to start doing it, and if everyone else starts doing it, I'm not going to like that, so I got to stop doing it. See, this is my brain work. Even when I try to get serious, I try to get deep at the very beginning, I try to get that. I distract myself. Theta doesn't like it when you get down and like that, so he starts to make jokes and make me ramble on and everything like that, and Delta tries to tie, and then I'm self-aware in all of this. I'm just trying the whole point of this was, I wish I could go back in time and talk to a lot more people, so I would have a lot more people reacting to my things, because I like when people react to them, but like there's like a whole, like I need to learn that I enjoy it, and I know I enjoy it, but like I also enjoy it when other people that I like enjoy it too. Like when my friends are watching it. Like my Forky used to watch the YouTube videos a lot, and she used to call me afterwards and be like, "Hey, blah blah blah. Did you like? There's something about the YouTube video," and it'd be like the mood, and it always made me laugh and smile when it happened. I was like, "So someone really does genuinely care to watch my thing, and it's my friend. It's a really good friend of mine. Someone I care a lot about, and they seem to care a lot about me that they're watching the video, but they don't do it anymore, and maybe that's also partly my fault because I don't upload anything worth actually watching other than me rambling. But like that's what it was before too, I guess. But I'm not uploading anything like good. I'm not doing anything like, I have no goals. I have really no guys. This isn't really watchable content. Hell, I don't even go back and rewatch it half the time. I don't even do it when I'm feeling nostalgic, and I only really watch the videos when I'm with other people. I don't really watch my own, because not only is that cringe, I don't really want to see that. But I guess it's a normal thing. But yeah, maybe it's just I'm not uploading anything to be watched, or maybe they are just busy and it's just whatever. But it's like, I need to learn to get over that. It's just hard, man, and it does help to have people around you that want to see your stuff, that want to see you keep going. That's why whenever my buddies have like an idea like this, or they start to go off and they have like a creative thing with it, I tell them to roll with it, and I run with them with it, and I help them out, and I like push them, because I love creativeness. I love when people are creative, and I love to see things. I love when other people other people respond to the creative things. Whenever I see a really good YouTube video, I respond to it. I try to put a little comment on it, and everything like that, and everything. But that was what I wanted, and then I realized that would be bad, because knowing too many people sometimes is actually a bad thing, and you don't want to know way too many people, because two people is horrible. But yeah, I wish I could go back in time and do the thing, and I maybe now I'm just complaining about the fact that I just can't do things with myself. I literally lack the ability to have fun alone. Like, I try, and then I sit there for like a long time, and it's all going good, and then all of a sudden it just drops. I'm just like, oh wait, I'm alone right now, and then I think of like a buddy that could be with me, and I'm like, oh, I would have so much more fun if they were here, but they're not. And now everything sucks. Like, it ruins my day. And I don't think people's fully, I guess I touched on it a little bit before, but I don't really think people fully understand that, at least my buddies. And the thing is, they don't need to understand it, because again, it's not their fault. I'm a paranoid, schizophrenic fucking loser who puts more attachment on other people, because I think of myself as an absolute cretin of the universe and an infection to all mankind. And when I look in the mirror, I just want to fucking choke myself. But to me, that's who I am, so I look at my value by how I judge myself through other people's eyes, that I perceive myself through them. So when they don't talk to me for a while, or when they're not doing, like, responding to my things, it genuinely starts to hurt. It's like, yo, man, they don't like my stuff anymore, so why would I even do anything? But you do things because you like them. I do like them, and I do push myself past it sometimes. I can do it. And then the thing is, when I do it, those people that I'm talking about, they do sometimes see it, and they're like, oh my god, this is cool. Why haven't you done this in a while? And then I have to, like, make up a lie, be like, oh, I was just lazy. But in reality, it's like, oh, well, I didn't do it because I felt like you didn't want to see it anymore, and it just kind of got demoralizing, and I just didn't want to do it anymore. But I can't say that, because, again, it's not their fault. And I know it's not their fault. I know that it's me. I know that I am the problem. I know so many times that it is my fault that I am an issue. I'm a huge issue in my own life. I'm a constant contradiction. It's literally because of me that I can't go ahead. But how do you stop that? like listen to everything I've just said, knowing everything I know about myself, and knowing that these are the issues. How do you stop it? Go to therapy. Fuck off. You're a loser. That's the worst option in the fucking world. What, talk to another person? I've clearly just shown that I know what's wrong with me. I don't need another person to sit there and tell me, oh, but that other person could give you options. Yes, they can. But I don't fucking care. Like, so can my buddies. So can my family. So sometimes I'll ramble about this stuff to them, and then they just sometimes get scared and tell me, hey, you're a bit cuckoo, and let's move on. I see it in their face that they're about to move on. But it doesn't matter. I know that part of it is my problem. I'm just saying that I don't think people generally understand, because I know I'm not the only person that has this issue. So I think that's where I was going with this. I'm not the only person that has it. I know other people have the issue too, where you put a lot of stake in other people's view of you, and that's how you move along in life. You can't be happy unless you think other people are happy with you. You can't, if they're sad, then you're just sad. Like, I can tell you how many times I've just cried because someone else was just upset, and they weren't even crying. They were just upset, and I was just right there, and I just was like, fuck it. I know that's the empath bullshit, but like, just generally, I'm not saying that I'm not doing the crazy bullshit, but that's what it was. And so I don't know. I just, you put a lot of stake in other people. Oops. You just put a lot of stake in other people sometimes, and I know it's a bad thing, but I don't even think it's a bad thing, because those people stake in you. I like that. I like when I'm useful to people. So I like when people. I kind of like when people view me like that. Maybe I wish that they don't hate themselves as much as I hate me. That's really bad. But it's fine. You don't need to do that. You can be healthily with yourself, and also look at yourself through other people's view, and like yourself about it. But you shouldn't only do that. And again, I know it's an issue, and I know it's bad, and it's my fault, and I'm an idiot. But I have it, and that's what's going on, and that's what I've been thinking about, and that's probably why I haven't really been recording or uploading and doing anything. But I seem to have been getting past it a little bit, and I've been talking a lot more, and I've been doing a lot of things, and I've wasted way too much of my buddy's time. I gotta get back home and play some fucking Overwatch with my boys Christian and Jay, which I love to talk to them too. They're my gamer buddies. I'm trying to get to meet them really. But yeah, I don't mean, I know the names I've said are buddies of mine and everything. I don't mean to, if any of you have seen this, it's not your fault. It literally isn't your fault. It literally is my fault. But like I said, I'm just trying to explain that I don't think people understand how much it does hurt for people for them, especially people like me who put themselves in like a waiting room, like you won't do things. Like say someone mentioned to you 2 weeks before, hey, I want to do this with you, and then they forget, then they do it with someone else. It like that fucking causes actual pain in me, because I'm like to me, I get put in a waiting room and I wait for it to happen. I've memory problems. I forget. People who do forget, I can get over it. That's why I'm not rambling about specific issues like that, because I get over most of those. But it's like I don't think people generally understand how much it hurts when someone like me, especially if you know someone like me, because a lot of my friends know how I act and do whatever, but again, it's not their fault. It's just you can't always be thinking about it like I am. You can't always, like, my brain works differently than people. I know that, and you can't always be thinking like me. And honestly, if more people knew someone like me, more people would be there. The suicide rate would be higher. So, but what was I saying? I don't even fucking remember what I was saying, but it was something. There was an important thing. My buddy. Yeah, no, it's not their fault. It's not doing whatever. But yeah, I don't even think people understand that, like, when you do something with someone and you take pride into what they're interested in, when you just stop showing interest in it and you just like kind of fall off when you stop asking them questions, it kind of hurts them sometimes a little bit, because they sometimes you don't know. You could finally be the one person that fucking finally showed interest in their thing that they were interested in after like 20 years of trying to get someone else interested in it. You could finally just ask that one question and it could blow their fucking mind. So you don't know what it does to people. So like I always try to keep up and like ask them questions, and even like there's been times I've forgotten, I've came back and then they were like, oh no, I fell off, and I feel bad because I'm like, maybe that's my fault, maybe because I didn't keep up with them, they didn't keep up with it. And again, it's not my fault, but I'll still blame myself for it, just like as some people will probably blame themselves for something. But this is nobody's fault. This is just a stupid human dumb bullshit, first world problem, dumb gay loser mentality, dumb shit. All right, and that was me. And rambling on about stuff helps me feel better. Like I was depressed when I started this, and now I am just kind of chill. So yeah, I'm gonna go get quesadillas and ice cream, and then I'm gonna go home, play some fucking Overwatch. But thank you for listening to me if you did. I very appreciate it, and peace.